Greetings once again. I'm Fear Kaiser Soze, and this is my Best Buy video portion of my blog, where I am looking at the Zoom H4n Pro audio recorder. The H4n Pro records 4-track audio. You can record it in stereo, you can record it in 4-channel, or you can multi-track record. So you can do, multi-track things just like, music studio, things like that. Like the Zoom products that I've been looking at recently, this is one of those things that is very good at doing a lot of different things. You can certainly use it as a music recorder. You can use it for film, so attach it to a DSLR. You can record the audio on its own and sync it up later, or you can run from the line out on the H4n Pro into the line in on your DSLR and have the audio that way. You can also use it for podcasting. And like the H5, it's also used for news gathering. So again, that idea when you see those scrums after hockey games as they gather around the player in their stall and they're asking questions and there's a whole bunch of people and people are holding out their hands and they'll invariably have, one of these. In fact, I'm sure if you watch, you'll probably see an H4n Pro in a situation just like that. When it comes to recording audio, I am using it right now. We'll do a bit of a compare and contrast as well. I have the shotgun microphone that clips onto the H5. If you haven't seen that video blog or read that blog yet, certainly go check that out as well. So I'm using the H5 attached to my cage with my Panasonic GH4. So it's recording the audio on its own rather than taking it through into the camera. So I have that as one source of audio recording. And I am wearing a lav mic. And this lav mic records into an app on my iPhone. The H4n Pro, you see they have the XY condenser microphones, and like the H5 and the H6 has the new Zoom low noise microphone preamps in it. So you get very, very little noise. In fact, almost not discernible to the human ear. You have to go into audio hardware to see if it's really even there. So that's really good because of the microphone preamps. It also has on the bottom inputs for 2 XLR or balanced TRS connection. And you'll see it's got the locking connection, which is really nice. When you plug an XLR into there, it's there until you release it like that. It's not going to just pop out when you least want it to. So very nice there. So you can connect external mics. If you don't want to use these mics that are built in, then you can hook up other mics. You can use condenser microphones because it does have phantom power as well. So that just increases the ways that you can record audio. It also has a headphone jack so that you can do monitoring. And it has a line out again, as I mentioned, so you can line from here out into a DSLR camera for audio recording. It's also great for loud recording, so live music recording. If you take something like this and to a concert, if you're allowed, or your friend's band playing, at the local bar. Really good. It goes to 140 decibels, which is, I believe, as Zoom says, a jet airplane taking off at 200 meters away distance. So very, very loud before it totally fraps out. So it is good. You can also run a line off of a mixing board into this to do recording as well. So if you wanted to record a jam or, a show and you've got everything running through your mixing board, you can run a line out from the mixer into this and record exactly what's going through your mixing board. So it's 2 input, 2 output, audio interface. So you can hook this up to your computer with a USB cable and then plug instruments into there and it will run through here, audio interface into your computer where you can record into your digital audio workstation. So Logic, Pro Tools, Cubase, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, which one of the DAWs or digital audio workstations actually comes with this, because I know that of all of the Zoom products that I got, one has Cubase and I think another has Ableton, and I can't remember which one this is. I'll graphic it up over top rather than grabbing the box right now and running out of frame and looking and maybe editing it back. I won't worry about that right now. And you can use it as an interface on a PC or on a Mac. And as an audio interface and as an audio recorder, you can do overdubs. You can punch in. You can use the built-in instrument effects. You can use guitar amplifier simulators, all built right into this unit. So it's very, very good that way for capturing music ideas, recording things. I mean, if you were, one thing that I would think of, say you were in a band and touring around and have an idea, you grab a guitar, plug it into here, you can do a very good, decent quality demo thing to take to the rest of your band, or just to make sure that you don't forget that riff or something. So it works really good that way. So with these microphones, it has built-in stereo record. It also records in mono. You have phantom power. The XLR quarter-inch inputs work for microphones or for instruments. There is also a 1/8 inch external input that I could have actually plugged my lav mic directly into this, but since I was already recording, I didn't do that, and that's why I'm recording it into my iPhone. There is a small little built-in reference speaker as well, so you can record something and just quickly, yeah, okay, it recorded, and hear it and play things back that way. So it might be a good idea for doing, notes or memo taking or something like that. So again, it's got a USB connection. The case is rubberized. I wouldn't say, hey, throw this into a brick wall and it's going to be A-okay. But if it were to drop or fall, it feels at least like it would be very well protected and taken care of. And for those moments when you're not using it and want to make sure it is okay, it does come with this case as well. So a little plastic case, you can open her up there and pop her inside, and even further protected when it's not in use. There is also an optional remote that comes with it. I don't have the remote, but I was looking up some information on it, and apparently it's got a real long cord. So you can plug that into there, and say, for instance, you're using this attached to a DSLR or a DSLR cage or something like that, and standing somewhere else, you can pause and record and play and do all of those things, which would be really handy in my instance, since, believe it or not, I don't have a crew down here working with me. So I'm setting everything up and trying to get levels and monitoring this and that, and it doesn't always work. I've had certain times where I've recorded something and the audio didn't record, or the audio started to record and then the battery died, or I ran out of memory on the memory card, and when all is said and done, I don't have the audio that I think I do, which is kind of why I'm recording it in 3 different ways. Plus, again, we can do a compare and contrast. So the H4n Pro, audio recorder / audio interface from Zoom, fantastic low noise preamp, a very, very cool little device for filmmakers, for podcasters, news gatherers, and for recording and making music as well. So certainly check it out and see if it fits what you're looking for to meet your needs. Thanks once again, Fear Kaiser Soze for Best Buy Video Blog.